President. He's had an amazing journey. He joined PM in May of 2022, and then he cleaned house in the fast achievement bonuses by roaring to President's team in less than a year. And today he stands before us as a silver president. So, Richard, we would all love to hear your story. Thank you, dear Mike.
First, thank you, Randy, for the warm intros. Now, I wanted to start this speech by thanking Mr. Soar for being the visionary that he is and working hard and creating this opportunity for us here at PM. Also, all the leaders for... Actually, can we get a round of applause for Mr. Soar here? Also, I wanted to take the chance to acknowledge and thank all the leaders of the Americas who were here to support us, and not only that, but help us grow our respective groups and organizations. Randy, who's spent countless hours with me over the phone and helping me strategize how to grow our team. Gordon, who's helped all step of the way. Tonette, and now Judith and Denzel, who have been instrumental in helping us grow our team, not only in the US, but also in the Latin American countries. So, thank you as well. Can we get another round of applause? Okay, so I'm gonna revert back and tell you how I got introduced to the Fitline products. So it's not the typical story of what you would hear from getting a phone call from a friend who you haven't spoken with for years, but they all of a sudden miss you and they want to talk over something with lunch. Or another story of meeting that random individual at a Starbucks. They want to sit you down and talk about this life-changing opportunity. It hasn't been any of those. My story hits home to me quite literally in the form of my mother. So, a year and a half ago when it started, my mother calls me in the middle of a work day. She never calls me usually, so I'm usually concerned, hoping everything's okay, so I pick up. And my mom says, "Son, I miss you. Let's have dinner tonight with Dad." And she just hangs up right away. So I'm normally thinking, okay, it's pretty typical. A mom missing a son. She wants to cook her son a nice home-cooked meal. So that evening I go home. I sit down at the dinner table and I see no food laid out whatsoever. All I see is this red canister. And I see my mom concocting this bright red drink. She slides the drink over to me and says, "Drink up." Hungry, confused, but we all know our mothers have our best interest at heart. So I never questioned, although I was still confused. So I take the drink, and lo and behold, I feel this surge of energy, and as I was about to say something to her, she goes and tells me that she's been taking the products for about a month and a half. Not only Activize, but she showed me Power Cocktail and also the Restorate and the Immunogen. And she began to tell me that not only has she felt a feeling of wellness, but her health has been regained, which was music to my ears, and it made me very happy because for the previous couple months, her health was not ideal. You know, she's been making some hospital visits previously, so I was very grateful for that initially, without knowing who to thank. Now I do. So from there, I went through the pamphlet and I saw that a lot of these prominent athletes that I knew and some Olympic athletes have been taking the products. So naturally, actually not naturally, I'm not saying I'm an athlete of any sort, but I too, like my brother, play basketball, so I wanted to see if I can be this best version of me and create new career highs. So I started taking the products religiously just based on the fact that it helped my mother. I took the fitness drink, and lo and behold, I scored 8 points more than I did the previous week. That could be coincidence, who knows, but more importantly, I did not feel the sense of fatigue that I usually feel after the games. And on top of that, throughout the week, I realized that I don't have this reliance on coffee, the 2 to 3 cups that I need to sustain myself throughout the day. And I'm able to focus and concentrate more. So right there, something clicked in me, and maybe I connected the dots with all these happenings in a few short days. Perhaps this might be an opportunity where not only can you help people in their health journey, but at the same time, maybe helping those who are relatively healthy just be the best versions of themselves and help them live a more productive life. Now that's only talking about the Fitline products. This is before I looked into PM, the company. I did not know that PM was AAA rated. I did not know PM had over 77 patents with all the research and development involved. I finally looked into what this NTC technology was, and I was pretty amazed. And also the 30 years of long-lasting history behind the company's name. What more can you ask for? Sign me up. That's where my mother and I signed up. That was the start of our journey. Now, based on the story, I think you can kind of tell by now how tight-knit my family is. I'm actually the middle child of 3. I have an older brother, Itam, who was speaking about Men's Plus, and I have a younger sister. Growing up, I was always that annoying younger brother who always tagged along and just bothered him all times. And looking back at it right now, I'm very appreciative of my older brother because instead of getting irritated and blowing me off, he embraced me actually and brought me along with himself to his friends' functions, birthdays. But that all changed when I entered high school, freshman year in high school. Subsequently, he left for college. That was a very weird shift in me because all of a sudden my brother is not at home where I can just talk to or just be near. I remember at the same time, my father had a friend who always drove the newest Mercedes-Benz. Him and his wife had matching Benz, and although, just like Mr. Sorg, we didn't live the most affluent life, but we didn't live a poor life either. But I was very conscious of, the social disparity. So I asked my father, what does this man do? And that's when he told me, him and his 2 brothers, so the brother of 3, they operate a chain of retail stores in Manhattan, and they grinded their way through, and now they're living success. Now, hearing that story, normally you would think that, I'm thinking about the money, oh my gosh, how much money did they make? It wasn't that. What stuck to me was, wow, how lucky are they where 3 brothers can work together and see each other every day. This was while I was in high school. Now it's like a different story. That's when I was thinking at the time. So from that story always emanated, that memory emanated in my head. And fast forward 20 years, my brother now lives in Massachusetts. He's married with 2 beautiful children who I love way more than him. But more importantly, he is now a president's team and one of our biggest members in our organization, where I could call my family. So I'm very happy, and I guess this is a 20-year lifelong dream that I haven't thought about, where I'm working with my brother and we now talk more than ever, not about only business, but also about life. And not only that, but we can actually go on family vacations and success trips, just like today. We have our whole family here present in Vegas, and I can only thank PM for that opportunity here. So thank you, PM. I have a few notes for this list. Now, I could not have fathomed in being in a business where we can change people's lives, not only in their health, but also their financial paradigm. I can say that our group as a whole, we've changed the lives of not only hundreds, but perhaps even thousands of people. And the more exciting aspect of that is that we've only scratched the surface here in the Americas. Truly just scratched the surface. That should really excite everyone in this room right now, especially knowing how big this market can be. I think it is our duty as distributors to speak to as many people as we can, regardless of what their background is. Even our group, we have such a mixed group of people, whether they be successful business people in their own right, college students. We even have Uber drivers who are trying to transform their life. We have medical professionals, and even those who never even worked in their life, who just want something more and different. That's a power that I feel like we all have that we can give to whoever. So in conclusion, I want to say this one last thing. I think PM has really given us all the tools that we need to succeed in this business. Let's start with an amazing compensation plan. Let's say an awesome incentive travel program. Exclusive premium products that no one else can sell but us. Top-notch leadership here. And last but not least, we are in the most opportune time where we can make a big difference. The most opportune time. Everybody says the same thing to me, and now it's really ringing in my ear. Right now is the time to make life-changing transformations. So I want to thank everybody. PM is truly making dreams come true. Thank you.